We have seen different qualities of
different qualities.
vital force. Uh, can somebody enlist the different properties of vital force? What are the adjectives we are using for vital force? What are the properties of vital force? What are the different qualities of vital force that we have seen in the aphorism number 11? Deepak?
Vital force is spiritual.
Hmm.
It is a dynamic force.
Hmm.
It is an invisible force, power invisible.
That is dynamic.
Dynamic force.
Naneshwar? Naneshwar Bise is here. Jivan? Deepak, while you are taking attendance, na, those are not giving answers, mark them absent.
Okay, ma'am.
Take the screenshot, write all the names on the paper and submit it on the common group. But Jnaneshwar mark as absent because he is still not giving answer, and Jivan also. Ashwini?
Ma'am, it is a spiritual force, dynamic force, and शांत बस एकदा.
पुढे काय? Aisha?
It is invisible force.
जो हो गए हैं वो फिर से बताना है क्या अपने को? Mark Aisha again absent. Pankaj? Prasad? Pooja? Nuzhat?
Automatic self-acting force.
Who is talking?
Yes.
Who is talking? Huh?
Hello, ma'am.
First give your name and then give the answer.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Pooja here. It is self-acting automatic force. It is self-acting automatic force. It is the only force which is deranged to such an abnormal state.
Niranjan?
It has invisible itself.
Okay. Okay. Niranjan? Mark absent for Niranjan also. Anjali?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the different properties of vital force?
Vital force.
What is vital force?
Vital force we can't see, but it affects on our body. Affects we can see.
Mansi?
And vital force is an energy or a spirit
Hmm.
which animates the living organism. It carries out all
Property.
the functions.
What are the properties?
Properties of vital force are
Nuzhat?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am. Ma'am, I can't hear you.
What are the two properties of vital force? Mark Nuzhat as absent. Nikita? Nikita?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. बोला.
बोला, तुम्हीच बोला. काय क्वेश्चन विचारला आहे त्याचं उत्तर द्या.
Vital force properties, ma'am.
बोला.
Vital force is purely energetic and immaterial, recognized by character, cannot be localized within the physical body. Vital force is a dynamic nature. Dynamic nature of
काजल.
influence of
ओके, ठीक आहे. काजल.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me the answer.
Hello. Vital force. Vital force determine the state of health in the living organism at mental, physical, and spiritual level.
Then
It is a invisible force.
So this vital force is spiritual, automatic, autocratic, dynamic, with a reason gifted mind which animates our body. And if this vital force is absent, then this leads to the disease state. What is materia peccans? What is materia peccans?
Material cause of disease.
Material cause of the disease. Then we have seen the footnote for the word dynamic, where Dr. Hahnemann has explained the certain examples where the energies are dynamic. By effect, we can see the we can see the effect of the magnetic energy, but we cannot see that energy. So here we have seen the different examples in the footnote. Then we will start the aphorism number 12. So this is about the vital force when it is in the health. Now what happens if the vital force is deranged? So aphorism number 12, it is morbidly affected vital force alone that produces disease. So there is no other cause which leads to the disease. So this disease word I have previously told you, it is made by the two words dis-ease. Dis means absent, ease means comfortness. So whenever there is absent of comfortness, that stage we called it as disease. And how this disease is produced? Because of this morbidly affected vital force. So that the morbid phenomena perceptible to our senses express at the same time all internal change. So when this vital force is deranged, we are feeling uncomfortness. So that means we are getting this through our senses. We express this in the form of morbid signs and symptoms. That is to say, the whole morbid derangement of internal dynamics. So internal जो harmony maintain की थी vital force ने, it is now deranged. Now the harmony is not maintained by the vital force, and that we called it as a disease. Consequently, also, the disappearance under the treatment of all the morbid phenomena and of all the morbid alterations that differ from healthy vital operations. So, जो काम था vital force का, that will not be proper. Consequently means what? What do you mean by consequently?
Means accordingly,
As a result,
sequentially,
as a result,
sequentially, ma'am.
So, in the conclusion or at the last, we can say that the disappearance under the treatment of all the morbid phenomena. So, जो vital force derange हो गया है, and because of that derangement of vital force, that there is a formation of disease in the treatment part. All these morbid phenomena means signs and symptoms, and all the morbid alterations, that means the systems are not working properly, they are altered, that differ from healthy vital operations. So हमको treatment देना है किस पर? These morbid signs and symptoms and morbid alterations पे. Certainly affects and necessarily implies the restoration of integrity of the vital force, and therefore the recovered health of the whole organism. So हमको ट्रीटमेंट ऐसी देनी है so that under that treatment all the vital operations they will get restored, and the integrity of the vital force will maintain, and therefore finally there will be a recovery of health of the whole organism, not of part of that organism, but it is related to the whole organism. And the recovery may be complete, the whole organism will be cured only when these morbid signs and symptoms they are removed by the holistic mode of treatment. So in the aphorism number 12, Dr. Hahnemann has explained the role of vital force in the disease. In the 11th, he has explained the role of vital force in the health, how he maintains the health by maintaining all the functions, all this system working properly. And in the aphorism number 12, he explained how the disease is formed. So this vital force, when it is gets deranged, it produces morbid derangements and morbid alterations, and they are manifested in the form of signs and symptoms. So we should give such treatment कि all the signs and symptoms उसके ठीक हो जाए, that patient will be restored again, the integrity may be maintained, and the health will be recovered of whole organism, not the part of that organism, but the organism should feel better as a whole. So that is the role of vital force in disease. So how the disease is produced? By the derangement of vital force. So derangement of vital force produces disease. Disease manifested in the form of morbid signs and symptoms, morbid phenomena and morbid alterations. Treatment. The treatment will restore the integrity of vital force and recover the whole organism. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here he has given the footnote for the word disease. How the vital force causes the organism to display morbid phenomena. What do you mean by this morbid phenomena? What is morbid phenomena? What do you mean by this morbid phenomena?
Illness.
Anything else?
Affected with
Hmm?
unhealthy.
Ma'am, dangerous or lethal conditions.
That is known as disease.
Disease.
So how this vital force causes organism to display morbid phenomena, that is how it produces disease. That is a question asked by Dr. Hahnemann. It would be no practical utility. The vital force is dynamic. We know its role, we know its importance, how it produces disease, how it gets deranged. We know because of the action of the morbid agents that are again dynamic in nature. But that is sufficient. There is no need to find out the other things which produces disease. It would be of no practical utility to the physician to know. So how the vital for where it is present, how it is look like, and whether it is a measurable or not, all these things are of no use. It is having the no practical utility said by Dr. Hahnemann, which the physician should know. The physician should not waste his time, should not waste his money to find out how that vital force produces disease. We know its importance, we know its derangement because it produces disease. There is no use to find out how it is deranged. It will forever remain concealed for him. It will never be displayed. We cannot see that vital force because it is an energy, and energy we cannot see the kinetic energy, we cannot see potential energy, we cannot see gravitational energy, even we cannot see the magnetic energy, though we can see the magnets, but the energy we cannot see. Similarly, like that of gravitational energy or the magnetic energy, the vital force is again an energy. Here again we cannot see the energy, it is present concealed, it is present remain inside the human being. Only what is necessary, क्या हमको जानना जरूरी है? So we have to know the disease, we have to concentrate only on the morbid signs and symptoms, and what is fully sufficient to enabling him to cure it, and has a lot of life revealed in his senses. So here there is a uh, the next property of this vital force, or the we can say the adjective of that vital force, that is a lord of life. Previously only I have told you that we should thankful to that vital energy, that vital force. It is remain inside our body. It is acting on each and every cell in our body, which is microscopic in nature. It alives that cell, it helps that cell to function properly, so that ultimately that body will function properly. So that is the lord of our body, that is the lord of our life, which is given to us by the nature. So if that lord, how it is get deranged, that is no use. But when it is deranged, when it is in a trouble, it will manifest you in the forms of morbid signs and symptoms. So treat that properly accordingly, and free our body from that morbid signs and symptoms. So again we should thankful to that vital force कि when it is get deranged, it is manifested, वो हमको बोल रहा है कि now I am deranged, now I am sick, please treat me. तो अगर वो नहीं अगर morbid signs and symptoms या morbid phenomena अगर form नहीं होंगे, then we cannot understand कि internally we are having the certain problem, we are having a fatty liver, or that person is having tonsillitis, or that person is having the carcinoma of the lung, or that person is having a peptic ulcer. Because we are having the symptoms, we can understand the internal nature of our body, and hence that is important. We have to concentrate only on the signs and symptoms. वो साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स कैसे हुए हैं? बिकॉज ऑफ डिरेंजमेंट ऑफ वाइटल फोर्स. एंड वाइटल फोर्स हाउ इट इज डिरेंज, that is of no practical utility. Because of the certain morbid things it is get deranged, that is only a sufficient to us. Where that vital force is present, how it be measurable, how the vital force is look like, where from this energy comes from. So these are of no use. We have to concentrate only on the presentation and the function of that vital force. That vital force is the lord of our life, lord of our body. Understand it, and when it is get out of function, recognize it and treat it properly. That is only the duty of physician. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now in the aphorism number 13, we compare again with the allopathy. We have discussed why we are always compare our pathy with the allopathy, because at that time that pathy is only trending. That pathy is very dominating. They are always causing the certain obstruction to the homeopathy. They causes the obstruction to the followers of the Hahnemann and to Hahnemann also. They do not want to spread homeopathy to the layman, and hence they always causes the obstruction. They are not accepting the theory of vital force. They say that where it comes from, we cannot see that energy. It is present hidden inside, then show it to us with the help of the microscope or with the help of the dissection. Show it. So always they are creating a problem regarding this vital force. And the doctrine of vital force is one of our cardinal principle. So if they are not accepting the cardinal principle, ultimately they will not accept our pathy. And hence in the aphorism number 13 again, Dr. Hahnemann has given the view of allopathy for this vital force. Therefore, disease that does not come within the province of manual surgery, considered as it is by the allopaths, as a thing separate from a living whole, from the organism and its animating vital force, and hidden to the interior, be it ever so subtle a character, as an absurdity that could only be imagined by minds of materialistic stamp, and has for thousands of years given to the prevailing system of medicine all those pernicious impulses that have made it truly mischievous, non-healing art. So these allopaths are not giving the importance to the vital force. They say that the disease is not produces because of the derangement of vital force. They are not accepting the doctrine of vital force. They are not accepting that that vital force is animating our body. It is not. They are not accepting that it is present inside our body. It is a subtle character. Um, but they say that this vital force is a purely absurdity. Absurdity means it is of no reason. It is not present inside our body. The disease and that body is totally a different thing. They only want the materialistic stand. They only want the proof that vital force is deranged by which thing. So they want the microscope under which we can see the cause of the disease. We can see the bacteria, we can see viruses, we can see the different pathogens under the microscope by using the different staining liquids. So that they want that tonsillitis is caused because of the staphylococci or streptococci bacteria. They want the proof, and hence they do not accept the theory of vital force. ये अभी का नहीं है, thousands of years यानी बहुत पहले से ही they are not accepting the theory of vital force. It is prevailing system of medicine, and those are pernicious impulses that have made it truly mischievous art. And because of that, so many years से ये चलते जा रहा है कि they are not accepting our theory. but at the same time they are practicing their allopathy, which is a non healing, which is a mischievous art, which is not healing, means which is not giving the proper result to the patient, which is the mischievous, which is harmful to the patient. So they are stick to that materialistic stand ki XYZ bacteria, XYZ virus is related to that particular disease, and with the help of that they are giving the medicines. They are not giving much importance to the morbid signs and symptoms. So this system, it is a pernicious, that is a sustaining, but at the same time that system is not healing. It is a mischievous art of healing, said by Dr. Hahnemann. So here again he compare our pathy with the allopath and their view regarding the cause of the disease. So their cause of the disease is the materialistic thing, but our cause of the disease is the dynamic thing. Their cause of the disease is the bacteria, viruses, but our cause of the disease is nothing but the derangement of vital force, and because of that derangement these bacteria and viruses are acting. We are not giving the importance to the bacteria and viruses. Yes, we are also giving, but it is the ultimate cause, that is not the proximate cause. But they are saying that these pathogens, they are the proximate cause. That is the point of difference between them and us. Clear? Understood or not?
Yes,
Yes.
35 participants are here and only 2 yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the aphorism number 14. Sushan, please read.
There is in the interior of man nothing morbid that is curable, and no invisible morbid alteration that is curable, which does not make himself known to the accurately observing physicians by means of morbid signs and symptoms and arrangement in perfect conformity with
Infinite.
the
With the च्या पुढे वाच ना.
वाचला.
मला ऐकूच नाही आलं.
हॅलो मी अक्का.
विथ द च्या पुढे वाच ना.
बरं वाचतो परत. हॅलो.
वाच ना पुढे. परफेक्ट
With the
कन्फर्मिटी.
infinite goodness of
हाँ.
perfect conformity with the infinite goodness of the all-wise preserver of human life.
ओके गुड. सो काय दिलंय ह्याच्यात मग 14 मध्ये? तू वाचलं ना आता? व्हॉट यू अंडरस्टँड इन द aphorism नंबर 14?
Five.
Who will give the explanation about aphorism number 14?
Ma'am, can I try?
Give me your name and then give answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Nuzhat here.
Okay.
Ma'am, in the body there is no disease which is not curable or invisible for a physician which observes the signs and symptoms of the disease, which will be in perfect alignment with the human life.
Again, you want to try? Some mistakes are there.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I read it once again and then try?
Okay, no problem.
There is in the interior of man. and no invisible alteration that is curable, which does not make itself known to the accurately observing physician when used ma'am, it means that in the interior of a man, in our body, nothing morbid which can be cured, and with morbid alteration which is invisible and curable, which does not make itself known to an observing physician by means of morbid signs and symptoms, which means by the signs and symptoms of particular diseases. Ma'am, I cannot understand the last line. All the goodness of all wise preserver
So
of
all
human
these
life.
good attempt, Nuzad. These
Thank you.
morbid signs and symptoms, it is only because of this all-wise preserver of human life. So this is nothing but the vital force.
Vital force.
Yes. So good attempt. Very good. If that vital force is not able to show these morbid signs and symptoms, then we cannot recognize that something is happening bad inside the interior of man. So this is a goodness of this vital force who is the preserver of our life. He is showing the morbid signs and symptoms. This is the infinite goodness. If liver is damaged, if your bone marrow is not working properly, then how you would know कि my liver is not working properly or my kidney is not working properly? How do you understand that? By producing the signs and symptoms. If the kidney is not filtrating the blood properly or some abnormal constituents are present in the urine, how do you know? By the pathological investigations of urine, or that person may have a pain either on the right side or on the left side of that abdomen. If that patient is having a fatty liver, again he may have the pain in that liver region, correct? So this is the
Yes.
infinite goodness of our vital force. He is showing the signs and symptoms, that is nothing but the alterations, that is the morbid alterations which are happening inside the patient's body. So it is not only maintaining the health, but it also showing if that health is not if working properly, if some derangement in it, it is also showing the deformity also, and hence we should thankful to that life preserver कि it is showing its goodness by the by showing the morbid signs and symptoms. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Other participants?
क्वेश्चन होता
हाँ.
इथे फर्स्ट लाइन मध्ये
Give me your
according to
name.
tourism,
Please mention your name first.
कोमल मॅम
Okay.
फर्स्ट लाइन मध्ये इथे क्युरेबल अँड नो इनविजिबल मॉर्बिड अल्टरेशन दिलंय, पण 6th एडिशन मध्ये इथे इनविजिबल आहे, मग आहे काय?
कोणता
विजिबल आहे 5th मध्ये.
थांबा, आपण काय करू, रिजॉईन.
विजिबल आहे.
एक सेकंड ना, तू प्रश्न मला परत विचार, बिकॉज विदिन 1 minute दिस मीटिंग विल ओव्हर. So rejoin after 2 minutes. Again we will discuss your question. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
In which edition you are talking about? We are taking on the 6th edition. Remember it.
हो ma'am, 6th edition.
We are not considering 5th edition. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So after 2 to 3 minutes, because it takes a little time to convert this recording and to store into the system, it requires 2 to 3 minutes. So after 2 to 3 minutes, rejoin the meeting with the same password and same passcode.
Okay.
Sorry, same ID, meeting ID. Okay?
Okay.
I am ending this meeting here only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.